Alright, hello, citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel here once again, and this is going to be another wrestling review. So, we're starting off our reviews of everything that happened during WrestleMania weekend, and we'll definitely have a lot to talk about when it comes to that. But first, we start off with NXT Stand and Deliver. So, we have a weird place to put this show because this actually aired Saturday afternoon with night one of WrestleMania having later on in the night. And I almost watched the whole show when it first came on. And I had to watch the last two matches because I had to go to work, but I caught up with the last two matches and I'm ready to review. Stand and Deliver here. For starters, I'm not professional wrestling reviewer or analyst, just a man who enjoys a good time, which I definitely had. This was, in my opinion, a really, really solid show. Oh, and yeah, NXT, usually for the most part delivers. No pun intended, but they definitely did here for the most part. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So for those of you who have watched these before, you kind of already know how this works. For those of you who haven't, I'm going to be talking about each and every match, and I'm going to talk about what I liked and what I disliked about each match. It's not like my traditional wrestling reviews with just one match where I just talk about what I liked and disliked about the match itself, but this time but with the full event. I'm gonna take it match by match. The only match I'm not gonna talk about that I didn't see was Tyler Bate and Chase University versus the Schism. Because I was on the pre-show and I didn't watch the pre-show. I thought about going back to watch the pre-show, but it's probably not worth it. Although it might be, because as if you think about it, Neville versus Austin Aries was on the pre-show for WrestleMania 33, and that match ruled. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna go back and watch this match. A bit surprising. Well, actually, probably not that surprising that Tyler Bate and Chase U who won, but. We move on to the first match of the show itself, as Roxanne Perez defended the championship, the NXT Women's Championship, in a ladder match against Zoe Stark, Gigi Dolan, Lyra Valkyria. Again, if I mispronounced that, I apologize. They said how it's pronounced, and I think I might have butchered it. Tiffany Stratton, and the winner, the person who would go on to win the NXT Women's Championship, Indy Hartwell. And this was a really solid match. There was a lot of good action, and a bit of a nasty spill when Tiffany Stratton went over the top rope. A bit of a nasty spill. She definitely hit the ground, but hopefully she wasn't hurt too badly. But Indy picking up the win, and I think was pretty well done, and it's something that people did kind of want. I feel like, and I think I mentioned this when I did my predictions over on episode 97 of System Shock Radio, which if you haven't already, go check that out. But I think I talked about how it was either going to be Indy or Roxanne, and definitely glad it was Indy. I feel like her winning the championship a bit overdue, and happy that it happened. Gigi Dolan was cost the match by JC Jane. JC Jane returning and costing Gigi Dolan the match. So they're going to continue their feud. But of course, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane were part of Toxic Attraction with Mandy Rose, who's been since now Mandy Rose has been released. Gigi and JC have been feuding and everything, but so now it looks like they're going to continue their feud. And yeah, so congrats to Indy Hartwell for winning with some help from Dexter Lumis, who showed up, helped her up the ladder and everything, which I thought was pretty cool. Also, congrats to Indy Hartwell on that. Next up is a triple threat tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Championship, as Gallus defended and successfully retained against the Family, which was Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stax Lorenzo, and the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus Creed. And this time around, Gallus, first of all, they actually did all three teams having somebody in the ring, so that's already a plus. Spoiler, WrestleMania didn't do that with their showcase matches, but it was a plus getting three men in the ring, each representing a team. But also Joe Coffey returning to help his brother Mark and Wolfgang retain the title. Also, I guess Joe Coffey was out. I noted that he was absent at Takeover Vengeance Day, which if you haven't already, go check out my review of that. But yeah, so he came back, helped helped Gallus win, and Gallus is now complete in NXT. So, congrats to Gallus on the title retention, and it looks like Tony D'Angelo and Stax are gonna be face now. Because afterwards, Stax was upset that he didn't get the job done, that he lost, and Tony was like, no, it's all right. Hey, it's all right. Hey, we're in together and everything. So, Tony D'Angelo's face. Not sure how it's gonna pan out. I feel like Tony, he worked really well as a heel, but then he had the same thing about Legado del Fantasma, and now they're facing everything on SmackDown. In fact, Rey Mysterio just reestablished the Latino World Order, and Legado del Fantasma has been helping him out. So, two like some of the best heels in NXT in recent memory are both now face. So go figure. But next up was the Fatal 5-Way match for the NXT North American Championship, as Wesley defended and retained against Axiom, Dragon Lee, Ilya Dragunov, and J.D. McDonough. Oh boy, what a match! This was a really, really solid match. All 5 guys really put in the work. Really, he looked solid. Like, it really could have gone any of the 5 ways. I did predict what I think I actually said all 5 guys could potentially win it here, but yeah, so all 5 guys really showed out. A lot of action, a lot of cool spots and moments, and so all 5 guys really getting the time to shine. And then Wesley kind of botched what was supposed to be the ending there with the cardiac kick, as Ilya Dragunov was going for the headbutt to McDonough. Wesley, he was supposed to hit the cardiac kick, didn't quite nail it, but he'll got enough of it to win. At least that's what they'll say in kayfabe. But yeah, so really solid match, really, really fun match. Wesley, he's still champion, North American champion, so we'll see where he goes from here. But all 5 guys definitely showed out for this match, so fantastic stuff. Next up, Johnny Gargano battled Grayson Waller in an unsanctioned match. Oh, this match was really, really good. Sometimes you want a technical masterpiece. Sometimes you want holds and submissions and grapples and lockups and all that good stuff. Sometimes you just want some insanity and some crazy stuff, and we definitely got it with Gargano versus Waller. Both men looked really solid. Hansel Ray getting involved as well, getting some of her revenge on Grayson Waller, and Gargano ultimately making Grayson tap. But really good stuff all around by both guys, including in some of the spots such as like the chair spot and that table spot. Really good stuff. And both guys really looked good. Johnny, he winning was kind of predictable, but I don't think it was unwanted, and Grayson got his comeuppance. And then a really awesome moment where Gargano LeRae had a moment with Indy Hartwell and Dexter Loomis on the stage area, celebrating, of course, Indy winning and Gargano winning. I know it's because he's a heel, and I know it's because he was preparing for his match at Mania, but it kind of sucks we didn't get Austin Theory for that moment as well. But yeah, so really, really solid match between Gargano and Waller. Next up was the tag team match for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships, as Alba Fire and Isla Dawn actually captured the titles from Fallon Henley and Kiana James, teasing some more of that. Teasing some more of that story, as Kiana wanted to cheat, asking Brooks Jensen to hand her bag. Brooks didn't. Brooks was kind of hesitant. Josh and Fallon told him not to do it. They want to do it the legit way, but turns out that probably wasn't the best thing, because it ended with both Fallon and Kiana losing the titles. I wonder how they'll play out that story, because of course they're kind of teasing the romance between Brooks Jensen and Kiana James. So we're seeing that continue there, and Brooks almost wanting to get involved as Kiana James was getting pinned, but yeah, so continuing that story, again, congrats to Alba Fire and Isla Dawn for winning the titles. And then finally, new NXT champion, and as Carmelo Hayes captured the NXT Championship from Braun Breaker, with some interference from Trick Williams, even though Trick would end up showing back up anyway after being ejected by the referee. He going back to help Carmelo, help him win and everything. And not the last time it would happen WrestleMania weekend, but we'll get to that when we review WrestleMania. But yeah, so and then Braun kind of passing the torch along to Carmelo after the match. As so Carmelo gonna carry the brand. Braun might be being called up to the main roster soon, and so having that pass the torch moment to Carmelo Hayes was pretty cool. When Carmelo really, he feels like everything was leading up to this, even when he was NXT North American champion, and kind of having the stories intertwined of Braun and Carmelo being constant forces throughout like the 2.0 era and now the white and gold era of NXT, and now kind of coming full circle in this moment. So now we'll see how Carmelo does as an NXT champion. I'm excited though, but yeah, so that is the show. In terms of where I'd put like the weakest and strongest match, which match I thought was the weakest, which match I thought was the strongest. The strongest is probably between the North American title match and the Unsanctioned match. Both were really good, kind of car crash demolition derby style, but I think it worked out. In terms of the weakest match, it's probably the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship, only because compared to the other matches in like the grand scheme of things, not as strong as the other ones, but still a pretty decent match. But yeah, so pretty solid show. Again, not the biggest fan of the placement on the card when it came to WrestleMania weekend, where it was on the same day as night one of WrestleMania, but otherwise, pretty solid show. But that is going to do it for this review. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video so you can see it as soon as it drops. Let me know in the comments below, do you dislike the show, which is Stand and Deliver? Did you dislike my review of it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you guys later. Peace.